Hello guys, this is Terry from Genki Gaming TV. Like always, my music is brought to me and to you guys by Lucas Dimond. His link will be down in the description, and today's One Piece theory is going to be about shipyards. We're in the New World, right, in One Piece? What is going to be our Water 7? Our Enies Lobby equivalent? What is that going to truly be? I think it's going to be the land of the giants, Elbaf. Giant Viking warriors? The Oro Jackson, maybe? Vikings, or the giant Viking pirates, have shown vast ship-creating skills, or at least it's been kind of inferred. Stuff like their treasure tree Adam would make an excellent spot to get wood to build ships. And the few Elbaf or Elbafian giant ships we've seen have been very well constructed. I mean, we've yet to see Harjuin's ship, which will likely be a mythical Viking warship because of giants being based off of Viking lore and Viking culture. But Elbaf, in and of itself, is expected to be what I would call the halfway point. The thing that will show us that power scaling is going to be rather surprising for the Straw Hat crew. Because most of the giants we've been introduced to from Elbaf have been incredibly strong. And as you guys know, giants are stronger than normal humans. Can't remember the exact amount, but I believe it's 10 times as strong as humans. And with the average giant probably weighing as much as 10 average humans. I'm not sure if they have Harjuin's weight or the weight of any of the other giants. But I would expect a ship to be extremely sturdy, extremely strong, to be a Elbaf or a giant warship. And I have a feeling Luffy is going to need one of these warships due to his expanded armada. And with that in mind, where would be the best place in the New World for a shipping yard to be to support such a giant endeavor? Yes, I know, pun intended, guys. For the Straw Hat fleet, I would say no place other than Elbaf. And to speculate about the shipyard, it's going to be like Water 7, but probably on steroids. You're going to be seeing ships of all sizes and calibers. We're going to be seeing ships made out of different types of material, different types of wood, steel. You're going to see coding specialists. You're going to see a lot of other stuff that we didn't perceive or even consider during the Water 7 point of time for the New World. And if it's not in Elbaf, I don't know where else it could possibly be. I know that the Yonkos have shipwrights that take care of their ships, but at the same time, what makes me truly think is these shipwrights had to learn how to be shipwrights somewhere, and these shipwrights have to buy materials and gain materials somewhere. The only place I can think of gaining materials through trade that the world government does not administrate is Elbaf, due to the special deal that Mother Caramel initially had with the Marines. That Elbaf is kind of its own territory per se. And hopefully we'll get to see the Oro Jackson. As you guys can kind of tell from the Sunny's current state, the Going Sunny is kind of getting beaten up a little bit because of this battle with Big Mom and the Big Mom pirates. I think we're slowly getting to the point where we're going to have another burial at sea situation like we did with the Mary. I mean, the Sunny is supposed to be our super powerful OP battleship, but the Sunny's taken hits from Big Mom, from the Big Mom pirates. Even going down to Fishman Island and even heading towards or going to Dressrosa, there's been damage, and I think it's going to be wearing on the Kabladderman of the Sunny. And when a ship finally gets to the point where you're continually repairing it, which I think is going to occur to the Sunny, just due to the fact that the Sunny's going to be taking abuse. I have a feeling we won't get to Elbaf until after this Yonko saga. So Luffy and the crew and the ship is going to need a power-up in general. Maybe Frankie and the giant shipwrights will be able to repair it in general, but I can tell you that the ship is taking immense damage, and if Oda is trying to do that parallel with Luffy and with Goldie Roger, maybe giving Luffy the Oro Jackson might be a big parallel thing there, or maybe turning the Sunny into the new Oro Jackson. And we'll see a transformation in general either way, because Frankie's really improved his skills since the time skip, but we've really yet to see his shipwright skills. He's learned a lot from Dr. Vegapunk. We've seen the big general, or the big shogun, Frankie's Megazord-like equivalent, but we've not seen any really interesting shipwright skills shown off. We've seen his engineering skills being shown to us, but what I'm basically trying to get to the point as is through all of these battles with the Yonkos, the Sunny's going to be taking constant damage, and with that damage building up over time, we're going to have a situation like going through the upper yard during the whole Enel arc and stuff, where Usopp's constantly repairing the ship, and we'll have a Water 7-ish scenario where the ship's getting beaten up. We have the whole Water 7 / in this lobby equivalent, and then either Frankie and the giant engineers are able to save the ship, or the ship gets a Viking burial at sea situation like the Mary did. But I think there's a big difference here. I think the Sunny has actually inherited the Mary's Kabladderman on top of their own, or on top of its own. So these two Kabladderman are going to be fused into one, or working together to save the ship. So that is kind of why I think Elbaf might be that big shipyard or ship repair place or shipwright area in the New World, because we've not seen anything that kind of screams out, I'm a shipyard, or I'm going to be a big ship repair place or ship modification place. What we're basically going off of is stuff like the Treasure Tree Atom. We're going off of the fact that in Elbaf, the quality of wood is likely to be a higher quality than anywhere else in the world. I mean, Wano could have their own specialized shipyard as well, but at the same time, the shipwrights of Wano might not be on par with the rest of the world due to being completely isolated. I know that Elbaf is not completely isolated due to trading with the Yonko. You could say the same thing about Wano, but Wano is currently under a time of crisis, if we are really honest with ourselves. Wano is basically in a civil war. It's the rebel forces versus the Shogun and Kaido's forces, and those loyal to the Shogun. So, in all honesty, that doesn't really set up a good area or environment like a whole Water 7-ish or Water 7 similar scenario where the ships can get rebuilt, upgraded, fixed, whatever you need done, special coating, a rocket, Yeah, it's One Piece. Any sort of modification that needs to happen will happen. Kind of rambled a little bit with this theory and speculation, but I do apologize for that. I want to thank you guys for taking the time to watch. I've been Terry with Genki Gaming TV, and I am out of here. Bye bye, guys.